Hey y'all, it's Jesse Kalen, your brother in arms in the war for peace, your empathic mirror to your own soul, and this is your channeled weekly message for May 21st in 2018. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can look at that information down below, but for the auditory learners, it's basically $1 a minute. You can buy my time in however you like, and you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram for daily card pulls, and you can support me on Patreon as a monthly supporter for really cool rewards in a beautiful symbiotic relationship. Okay, so for this week, I'm going to be using the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, and I brought this deck out, the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. We'll see if a message comes through. I don't know. It just kind of felt like that wavelength. I just have it on the ready, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's see what we have going on here. Oh, there's a reason why this deck wanted to speak. And I saw this card on the bottom of the deck when I started to shuffle, but I didn't know if it was going to come out. And an overall tone, please. Okay. The overall tone has a story to it, so we'll get to that in a minute. So we have evolution, we have amethyst, and we have winter's end. Okay, y'all? This is a real big, it's an energy shift. It's an, it's a clicking in week. It's a settling in week. Oh my goodness, Angel. I thought you said you were okay for a little bit. And now what? Now you're not okay? Well, you won't go on to bed? My laundry's on there. Messy Gemini. Go on. Go on. Go on. There she goes. She's so weird. I love my creature. Okay, so it has to do with, okay. So a calibration, things settling in. It's like the work we've done, the hard work we've done to see the positivity in things, to see the truth of the matter, to see what is going on in this individual egotistical experience as well as a human evolutionary aspect, although that's not so much of a concern. It's only a select few that really think a whole lot about that. But it is about the willingness to participate in, sorry, I guess I should turn the card over. I'm still recovering from the cold. That's why I'm a little cloggy and perhaps a little foggy, you know, but all right, so evolution, it is about the participation of the human evolution, all right? So this, we went through a recent cosmic storm and it really shook us up, right? It shook some things loose. It made us face some things about ourselves, but now is the time for us to like feel what it is to be new. Feel what it is to be in this new frequency. I would say acclimate, but it's more joyful than that. It's not like a, well, this is what it is now and let me just get used to this and whatever. And no, it's that kind of, I mean, life experiences, they're just patterns that repeat themselves, but we are always on a new level. And so on this level, when we experience this sort of wave of energy after the cosmic storm, this acclimation process, we are so cleaned, we are so new, we are so fresh that this feels more like home than anything else. That cosmic storm that happened as of late really helped us feel more radiant and eminent of our true selves. All right, amethyst, transformation, certainty, and confidence. All right, this is that certainty and confidence that comes with that transformation that we were talking about. That emanation of our true selves, of feeling at home, of feeling like this is more what love is. This is more what this life is supposed to be about. This is the kind of energy we want to build on for our future. Not only in our individual egotistical experiences, but also with the global consciousness of humanity. All right? The more we feel that in our own world, the more we contribute that to the world. And don't believe the media. I am so sorry, but I am not sorry. I hate it. I hate it. It won't freaking stop. Another mass shooting. The terrorists. Blah, blah, blah. They're just taking those little cameras and pointing it to some things. You don't need to be watching that, feeling bad for that, feeling helpless with that. That's what they want. They want to control your energy so that you participate in the fear, in the separation, in that energy game that they want this world to stay in frequency in. When I say they, I mean the people that act under influence of certain creatures that have no idea how the divine feminine works and how much they need it for it balanced, for thrival survival. Okay, so don't believe everything you see, and in fact, just turn it off, sit down for peace, and meditate, right? Or just focus on the love of your life, right? The love for your life. Just really feel and soak in that kind of love and energy, and like, you know what? I'm going to pray for those people. Yes, prayer does work. Nikola Tesla said that we would learn more in 1 decade in all of scientific history if we focused on, what was it, metaphysical phenomenon or invisible phenomenon? Something like that. I'm paraphrasing here, but he was like, if we shift our focus to the metaphysical, we will learn more in 1 decade than in all of scientific history combined. All right? Prayer does work. Send your energy out. Send it like a blanket over the universe. Okay? And I may actually, I want to do live. I need to buy an encoder. So if you want to contribute to the channel, you can get a personal reading, you can donate, or you can become I do energy exchange donations. Of course, any donation to the channel is always welcome. But I would like to get an encoder. It's a process. It's a process, especially with YouTube. Let me see about Facebook. Join me on Facebook and let me see about doing live guided meditations then for world peace and fulfillment and sustaining and keeping afloat and all that loveliness. We can put our energies toward that. Okay, and so awesome. That was another part of that certainty and that transformation, and we can go beyond anything we think we are capable of. My mind was drawn, my eyes were drawn to the Star of David inside the circle, and they sent me a vision of the points piercing through the limiting edge of the sphere, so we can expand beyond that which we have defined for ourselves, that which we have accepted for ourselves, right? Winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. All right, y'all. I'm feeling about a year before big things start to click in motion for our lives. A year from now, so next May, mid-May, sometime next year, I'm feeling like the ripple effect, the full circle effect, it will be like, okay, everything came around. This is what you were cultivating from this point this year. Interesting and lovely. So we do have to experience linear time. That's the regeneration, the rebirth, that acclamation of living in who we truly, truly are, and having that certainty and confidence to make the difference that we wish to see in the world through energy and energy alone. You know, we don't contribute to world peace through money. Money is imaginary. So what is the power then? Our imagination. Okay? So that rebirth, we need to learn how to walk. At the very least, before we can be given something new, different, substantial. It's like from here on out, we're going to be completely under new management. Under new wave was the original word that came to mind, but I was like, well, how do I better express that to the people so they can understand? Under new management, under new wave of energy, all right? And contributing to the global consciousness by focusing on yourself, by emanating love. It's like we are a wider, more vibrant conduit of love and creation and satisfaction. Feeling that satisfaction, feeling as though peace is already coming, being a magnet for peace, writing the future for peace by bringing it in, by being it first. And that's what we have come to be, and that's what we are certain in. And that's what we are going to continue and be a new person. And we're living in a new frequency, this rebirth. All right, so that was the week, and you can take that by chunks if you will, beginning, middle, end, if that's, I mean, that's slightly the purpose, and it will be applicable to those who think and feel in that divisive format. Not divisive in a bad way, just compartmentalized. Hey, I'm a fragment speaking to you, right? So we have, excuse me. So we have Tree of Life, Zen Garden, Yin Yang. Wow. And the artwork is very important as well. So tree with the Tree of Life. The flower of life holds the tree of life, the egg of life. This artwork is filled with symbolism, and I forget what that symbol is called, with the infinity and the star and the yin yang. That one, if someone can put that in the comments, it's used in ancient Egypt. I believe it has something to do with the divine feminine, masculine, and the ever circle of life. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fertility, creativity, destiny, magical blessings. So this is, okay, this is father energy. This is the all-father energy coming in, channeling through me, saying that the structure is different now. The structure is different now. Pay no attention to distraction. Pay no attention to the crumbling aspect that they want you to believe is the way of the world. It is not. So the All-Father is saying that there is more love and more construction and more unity happening in the world than there is negativity, destruction, crumbling, or anything you see on the television screen. Do what you will. All right, but don't put your belief into certain thoughts. Shift your energy, put your energy to where your peace is, and attract it in like a magnet, as I said before. Contribute to that. Allow that blanket of that loving energy to, and I'm seeing the blanket go over the television screen, so it's like to hush all of that negativity, to shift your perspective, to naturally let it just kind of fade away into the background of your mind, okay? So that you can really recalibrate with this overwhelming energy of divine feminine taking control of the reality. And that message triggered another message of taking back your narrative. No government, no person can write your narrative for you. No government can control your mind. They try to control your mind. They try to do it by controlling your behavior. That's seriously very much how human beings react to the world. It's like, oh my gosh, this outside circumstance, I'm going to let it affect me. And they use that. When in reality, if you can numb yourself from outside perspective or know the truth beyond what you are seeing, then you can realize that, oh my gosh, it's this world that reacts to me. So am I going to put my belief in that? And then they go too far, don't they? Then they take your life. How many of us know that pain? Directly with past lives, ancestrally, or just compassionately, with passion. It's like you can try to do that, but we come back, and we come back, and we come back, and we come back. And the overall energy is like, enough is enough. Stop. You may be doing this because ancestrally speaking, it had been done unto you. We're all one, right? We've all lived the oppressor and we've all lived the oppressed. And it's time to understand the oppressor rather than trying to stifle them, kill them off, do unto them what they have done unto us. And I mean that in the general oppressor-oppressee relationship. You know, no more of that. Now it's time to extend empathy to such a degree where we understand that if we were in their shoes, what is it that we would really need? Love. Being seen. Being touched. Not so physically, but on this level. right? Hard to do when people put up wall after wall after wall after wall for themselves, but again, with that sort of energy of like looking beyond, we can also just like, as powerful people, we can skip beyond that. It will make them fucking uncomfortable to be seen, to feel naked, but we can jump over those walls with ease and go like, I know what those are, and I see you, and I love you. Can you imagine what this world would do if there was like a public forum held outside the White House, and instead of protest, like there was a circle of meditators giving love to Trump, true love, just to exemplify what the ultimate protest for love. I love everyone in this world so much. I understand that this person is hurting and he's in the spotlight and he was cast, right? The little boy inside that man is so trapped. He has been trapped since he was like 2. That is not his true self. In this tree of life, the destiny, the magical blessing, it's just like the love that I speak of, that the father figure is channeling, is seriously like, that's the kind of love that will transcend all hate and will heal the world. Zen garden, inner sanctuary, right? And in order to get into a place to be able to give it to other people, we have to be on the receiving end. And maybe that's what this year is about, or maybe that's my own curiosity a little bit. So like they're showing me it threaded throughout the first 6 months. Anyhow, this working on inner sanctuary and being at peace with yourself and finding your peace, so much so that it attracts in peace. All right. And so for this week, it is exponentially helpful to just be. If you can take some time out from the world, if you can take off 3 days in a row in the middle of the week, right? If you can get some time to yourself, do. Heal, solid, become stoic in your truth, in your love, to participate under the All-Father energy that is truly loving and divine with his structure, not destructive and fearful, as the mass media would like to distract you with. All right? It's allowing that love to fuel your inner garden, to water your inner garden, and the weeds become beautiful. There are no weeds anymore. Everything has their own space. I think weeds become weeds when it's like they overbear and they overrun and they choke out life. You know, but such is life. Everything comes in waves. All right? Under new management, this field now belongs to the dandelions. You know? All right. So, and then the dandelions would be washed over by something else. Everything in waves, including your inner self. All right. And so we're also washing clean. We're also washing clean. That's part of this regeneration and rebirth. And after they just showed me, you know, how after a baby's born, all of the stuff is washed off. Right? The placenta, the mucus, the blood, the shit, the piss. Oh, birth is delightfully violent and gross. It's beautiful. Women own it. Men try to take the like, oh, we're the gross burp, fart, and it's like, no. You did not squeeze piss, shit, blood, and organs. No. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be as gross as a woman who birthed. Love it. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry, I got tinkles. I love it when I talk about womanhood and oh, I got to tell my uncle. Oh, it was, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Zen garden, inner sanctuary, working on it, cleansing, rebirth, washing off after the rebirth. Okay, yin yang, creating harmony through balance. And the All-Father is saying yet again, first in the self, and then in the outer world. Oh, I like it when it's, no. I didn't put makeup on and I'm sick, and so I just saw my eyes and I was like, oh, that's lovely. Whatever. I'm here. It's real talk here, right? It's real talk. So first in the self, then in the outer world, we will start to see if we as a collective, if we as a community, if we as individuals scattered all over the world really put in energy toward achieving that balance and feeding that balance and letting that balance become the pole of us. Yes, my dog is being impatient again. As long as after about a year of that, we will actually start to see it outside in structure. Just watch. Let's just see what happens in a year. Let's really participate. Let's bring in this balance like a magnet by first providing it within us, constructing it within ourselves. And this is solar plexus, root chakra, and sacral chakra area. This is lower frequency levels. This is getting grounded with the earth. This is knowing that you will be provided for. This is where your choice goes in putting your trust. Because so often we think we don't have a choice of what goes on in our head or where our heart leads, right? We don't have a choice about this. But we do have a choice down below. That's part of that earthy energy. That's part of that creative energy, right? Mountains decided to become mountains. This earth decided. Evolution is gorgeous. If you look at birds, that's just generations of a bird going, I want to attract my mate and I'm going to emanate this energy and I want the thing that would attract them the most. And then it evolves in physical form over generations. It's amazing. All right, so that's what we're talking about here with that loving structure, first within the self, then outside in form, no distractions, right? Especially this week, take that time off if you can to really help kickstart this new management, this new wave, all right? There it is. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. I love you for loving yourself. Rock on, babies. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.